I remember a time when I used to be really excited when it came to the release of a Rockstar game from 2001 with the release of GTA 3. I was following it through the gaming magazines. Same thing for Vice City, as well as San Andreas, Bully. I was extremely excited about the trailers for GTA 4 and Red Dead Redemption 1 and all the trailers that came out for GTA 5 when it finally came out in 2013. And then a few years later for Red Dead Redemption 2 in 2018. And most recently when the GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition trailers came out as well, leading up to the release of those three games back in November of this past year. But with GTA 5 and online being released once again, this time around exclusively for PS5 and Xbox Series X and S, the hype train has died down quite a bit when it comes to Rockstar. And it's not the only reason why hype revolved around Rockstar is not what it used to be, but specifically let us talk about the GTA 5 Online Milked Edition coming this Tuesday, March 15th, 2022. I wanted to see what my viewers and subscribers thought about the GTA 5 Online Milked Edition. So I posted a poll yesterday. By the way, thank you to everybody that voted and left comments. I did read over your comments, by the way, as I always do. Are you getting GTA 5 and our Online Milked Edition for PS5 and Xbox Series X and S? So far, over 200 people have voted. Leading the vote is no. 100% done with GTA 5 and online after 8+ years of milking. That is at 47%. In second place at 23% of the vote, yes, since GTA Online is free on the PS5. So for players that have PS5, obviously they're going to get GTA Online because it's going to be free from launch all the way up till June 2022. Obviously, free is an offer that most people won't pass up on. Going down now to third place with 15% of the vote is no. Still waiting for PS5 or Xbox Series X and S. And this is a major problem, not just for the milked edition of GTA 5 and online, but for other gamers out there. We have a lot of hardware shortages still happening, revolved around PS5s and Xbox Series S's and X's. After nearly 2 years now, it's still difficult for players to get their hands on a PS5 or an Xbox Series S and X. 9%, yes, paying for GTA 5 Milked Edition for PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. And at 6%, yes, buying GTA Online at a discount on Xbox Series X and S. Once again, thanks to everybody that voted in the poll, as well as all of your awesome comments. If we go by the poll, nearly 50% of people that voted are completely done with GTA 5 and online, and they're simply waiting for the next GTA game, or they no longer have any interest in Grand Theft Auto at all. But it's still very telling when you have half the vote basically voting no. Even if you add up all three yes columns in the poll, it still does not win against that one no vote. So that'd be like 38% yes, 47% no. The reason why I'm not going to add that 15% for no still waiting for PS5 or Xbox Series S and X to the no category is because technically that would be a big fat maybe, because if they didn't want to get GTA Online and GTA 5, then they simply would have voted no. So right now, the ones that are waiting patiently for PS5 and Xbox Series S and X are technically on the fence. They might get it later on, or they may not get GTA 5 or Online Milked Edition. But the reason why we have such a lack of hype leading up to the release of GTA 5 and Online for PS5 and Xbox Series S and X is for a multitude of reasons. First off, this game is over 8+ years old. It has come out numerous occasions. At first, 2013 for the 360 PS3, a year later in 2014 for Xbox One PS4, a few months later in the spring of 2015 for PC. Then in 2020, it became backwards compatible at the launch of the PS5 as well as Xbox Series S and X. And now in 2022, we have a specific Milked Edition coming out for PS5, Xbox Series versions. Because of that backwards compatibility, players on PS5 and Xbox Series S and X have already been able to play GTA Online and GTA 5 since the launch of the current gen consoles. But Rockstar and Take-Two want to milk GTA 5 and Online as far as they can milk it. Therefore, an exclusive version for PS5 and Xbox Series X was announced back in June at the PlayStation State of Play. Whenever the Rockstar logo popped up, I still remember watching it and hanging out in my Discord with fellow viewers and subscribers and friends. At first, we thought it was going to be an announcement for GTA 6 or the next GTA game. Wrong. It was GTA 5 coming to PS5 in 2021, and if I remember correctly, in the trailer, they used gameplay from the PS3, not even the PS4, to promote the trailer. That trailer did not go over so well with the GTA community. Over a year later, in the summer of 2021, there was an announcement through the Rockstar Newswire, well, one of the newswires, that GTA 5 and Online was officially coming to PS5 Xbox Series in November, specifically November 11th, 2021. Then in September 2021, Rockstar put out their infamous GTA 5 PS5 Xbox Series S and X trailer, which I dubbed the Milked Edition trailer, and it announced the delay of this version of GTA 5 and Online till March 2022. And there was a lot of issues with the trailer that was criticized by myself and many others within the gaming community. And it was one of the worst ratioed videos that Rockstar Games had ever put out. Needless to say, that trailer killed any sort of hype that players may have had when it came to the current gen version of GTA 5 and Online, because of how bad the trailer itself was. And at the recording of this video, we have yet to receive any new trailers for the upcoming release of GTA 5 and Online for the PS5 and Xbox Series S and X. But there was a void that was November 11th, 2021, because originally that was where the Milked Edition was going to release, but because it was delayed till March 2022, Rockstar and Take-Two had to put something there for the holiday sale season, and unfortunately, GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition was rushed out the door to be released in that November 11th spot just for the holiday sales, and we all know how that went. Fast forward recently, we officially got, about a month ago, an official release date, March 15th, 2022, for this version of GTA 5 and Online. I know I'm sounding like a broken record. I do apologize for that. We got some information, some screenshots, finally got prices just a few days ago, basically a week prior to launch. We finally got the prices for all versions. We knew about the free version of GTA Online standalone for PS5, but we also know the price tag for GTA 5 for PS5, as well as Xbox Series S and X, and the price tag for the standalone version of GTA Online for the Xbox Series. Fortunately, there is a 50% discount going on from now through June, and the price tag is lower than a lot of us were speculating. But still, for a lot of us faithful GTA 5 and Online fans that have been playing this game since 2013 and have bought numerous copies from the 360 PS3 era, PS4 to Xbox One to PC, you think that players that have the PS4 Xbox One versions, since they're already backwards compatible, would get a quote-unquote free update and wouldn't have to drop another dime towards Rockstar and Take-Two in order to have all the improvements that are coming exclusively for the PS5 and Xbox Series versions of GTA 5 and Online. And if you thought that, you would be wrong. The lack of a new gameplay trailer for the PS5 Xbox Series versions of GTA 5 and Online, especially after that last disastrous trailer back in September of 2021, showing off all the vast improvements over the past several months that Rockstar has made, is a telltale sign of how little faith Rockstar and Take-Two have in this latest Milked Edition version of the same game from 2013. Now, if we were to do a side-by-side comparison during a time when there was still hype revolved around GTA 5 and Online, even after it came out for the 360 and PS3, look no further to the summer of 2014 when Rockstar dropped the GTA 5 PS4, Xbox One, and PC announcement trailer. That was an absolutely beautiful trailer showing off how awesome GTA 5 looked on PS4. And then right around launch day, they built up the hype even further, doing a PS3 to PS4 comparison video, showing the improvements graphically of GTA 5 from the PS3 to the PS4, which begs the question, Rockstar, where is the PS4 to PS5 graphics comparison video, since we only have a few hours left till this game launches again, this time around for the PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. They've talked about the improvements that are coming, but they have yet to actually show us. Bear in mind, Rockstar has been working on the Milked Edition since the summer of 2020 when they first made that trailer announcement at PlayStation State of Play. You think with all the criticism, all the ridicule, ratioing, and with how bad that September trailer went for Rockstar, that they would be going out of their way to reassure fans, restore our faith that this version of GTA 5 and online is going to look awesome sauce on the PS5 and Xbox Series S and S. The best way to do that is not with screenshots, Rockstar, or with this information you put out with little info we got, but seeing is believing. In other words, how about some gameplay trailers? How about a comparison between previous generation consoles and current gen consoles to restore our faith and build back up the hype for GTA 5 and online? So here we are, just a few days away from GTA 5 and online coming to PS5, Xbox Series S and X, even though it's already obviously backwards compatible. We're asking the question, where's the gameplay trailers? Where's the comparison between consoles? And what specific features are coming with GTA 5, for example? Are we going to have long-awaited story DLC for Michael, Trevor, and Franklin? Are they just going to continue doing hybrid short trips for GTA Online, similar with what they did for Franklin and Lamar with the contract for GTA Online back in December? Is content like vehicles, weapons, properties from previous GTA Online DLCs going to be added over into GTA 5 for added value for GTA 5 players? Is there going to be expansions in GTA 5, such as the ability for us to venture up into North Yankton whenever we want, or fly off to Liberty City, which I highly doubt? If the answer to some or all of those questions regarding GTA 5 is no, then what is the point or reason for GTA 5 players like myself and many others that have been playing since the 360 PS3 days? What reason, what motivation, Rockstar, are you giving us to go back and play GTA 5 again? Especially if you're not going to add any new story DLCs for Trevor, Michael, Franklin, any expansions like new locations, or DLC content from previous GTA Online updates to GTA 5 story mode. Of the three, that one's the most likely to occur, but we'll just have to wait till Tuesday to find out one way or another when it comes to GTA 5. Now, when it comes to GTA Online on the Milked Edition, we do know about some exclusive vehicles. One of those vehicles will be free for players on Xbox Series S, X, and PS5. We're also getting a new auto shop, house auto shop for the LS CarMate, Chameleon paint job for vehicles. But the question I have is, what else are we getting to entice us to keep playing GTA Online and buy the Milked Edition, whether it's GTA 5 or GTA Online standalone, besides the free version for PS5? Are we going to see wildlife and sea life finally added to GTA Online? Especially with how powerful the PS5 and Xbox Series S and X consoles are, you think that adding wildlife and sea life to GTA Online finally, after patiently waiting for 8+ years, would be a no-brainer. And similar to GTA 5 story, are we going to get expansions to GTA Online at launch, or perhaps somewhere down the road like North Yankton, Liberty City, or San Fierro, or Las Venturas, or somewhere else entirely besides Cayo Perico? What about dedicated servers? Are the ability to cross-play between PS5 and Xbox Series players? Quality of life fixes and improvements like rebalancing vehicles, weapons, the broomstick, orb cannon, new vehicle classes, etc. All of these questions myself and many others have revolved around the Milked Edition of GTA 5 and Online. Is another prime example of the lack of communication by Rockstar to their fan base, as well as hurting the hype when it comes to the PS5 and Xbox Series versions of GTA 5 and Online. In other words, it's really no surprise that there is a lack of hype regarding GTA 5 and Online having a Milked Edition exclusive PS5 Xbox Series version, because this game is A+ years old. It's been released numerous times. Rockstar Take-Two has made billions of dollars off of it. Plus, they have done other things to hurt their brand. Not only with their lack of communication regarding Red Dead Online, along with the disastrous launch of the GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition. Obviously, most of our expectations are extremely low, with next to no hype at all leading up to the launch on the 15th in just a few days from now. But I would love to be pleasantly surprised by the PS5 and Xbox Series versions of GTA 5 and online. But the fact that we have a lack of communication and no trailers at all as of right now leads me to believe that this is just going to be subpar, average at best. But as of this point, the reason why Rockstar and Take-Two are even bothering with the Milked Edition instead of just giving us a quote-unquote free upgrade for those of us that already have PS4, Xbox One copies that are still backwards compatible on PS5 and Xbox Series is because of money. They want to try and get every last dollar, pound, euro, quarter, dime, and penny out of their faithful GTA fans. But the question is, are you even remotely hyped about the Milked Edition of GTA 5 and online? Feel free and let us know below in the comments section.